All right, here I had a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica, and I was doing the front struts, and I'm gonna show. I'm gonna do a quick video on the quick rundown on how to do the job. It's pretty simple, and show the torque specs for them. And I'm gonna start off by saying it's hard to actually find these struts, these quick struts. These are the part numbers for the left and right ones. I got them off a company called Fisher. And then I found them online too. If you want to find them, I think they sell them like on eBay and a couple parts online stores also. And unfortunately, OEM, they just sell the strut, so you have to disassemble it, take out the spring and the strut mount. And I think there's a couple videos on YouTube on people doing that, but I'm gonna show here in my video how to do just a complete strut. For me, it's easier, and when I was done with the job, they were fine. They were good. The reason I replaced the struts because they were making a noise intermittently. Anytime the car would go like up and down like really hard, it would make a noise. It wasn't making like a rattle. It was more like an up and down clunk type of noise. All right. So here at the top, you have your to get to the top nuts of the strut, you have to take off this windshield cowl. It has two plastic clips, and then there's like foam piece right here, which just pops off. It has like one like a Christmas tree clip, and then I just used like a little pry bar to pop that off. So that one's pretty easy. And then once I took those things off, I was able to like lift up on this cowl, and then I can see my my 3 bolts there. So the 2 front ones are easy to get to. The back one I use like a flat ratchet wrench to get to, and I don't have to remove the windshield motor. And then on the passenger side, same thing, but they're even easier to get to all 3 bolts. All right, the bolts are 13 millimeters. And then this windshield cowl, you just want to make sure that these tabs here, make sure they go back into place if they pop out of place when you take it off. Because like I said, I didn't take off the whole thing. I just kind of lifted up on it. Also here, where the windshield meets the cowl, make sure that it lines up perfectly. If you have like a dust line here like I did, it means it's not correctly put in place. And when it's put back in place like this, that dust line should be gone. It just kind of slides into place. Okay, it's not really that hard to put it back or to take it out. And then down here, when you take off your wheel, which is a bunch of 19 millimeter nuts, on the suspension is actually not that bad. So here, starting at the top, the nut size varies because this is a new sway bar that I had put before. Mine was an 18. It could be a 17. It could be a 19. I forgot what it was factory. As far as the strut bolts, the nuts are 21, and then the bolt itself, the head of it is also a 21, and then there's a 10 millimeter bolt here on the left side. That's just for like the brake hose bracket. All right, on the right side of the strut, you got your wheel speed sensor, and you just want to make sure you disconnect the plastic clips and the hold downs for the wheel speed sensor. And then these bolts do have knurls, meaning they will come out a little hard when you take off the bolts. You might need a hammer, but just make sure you don't mess up those threads. And then this is what it looks like when you take out the strut. You might need a second person to help you guide the strut down and make sure you don't mess up any of the the wheel speed sensor or the brake hose. Mine's came out super easy because I had already replaced the sway bar link, and I'd say that's probably the only thing that's going to give you trouble is if the sway bar link is rusty or slightly rusty. You might have a hard time taking off the nut. Now, when I put the strut back in, what really helped for me was I put the strut into the sway bar link, into the threads there, and it was kind of holding the strut into place, and it was helping me maneuver the top of the strut to get the nuts into their holes. But that's only because I was alone. But if you have someone that's helping you, you could just maneuver the strut, and then they could put the nuts in when the bolts line up to the hole. All right, and then on one side, the wheel speed sensor, the clip broke, so I ended up just putting a zip tie on it because the hole there, you can put a zip tie through it and bring it all the way down, and then you could just do it like I did. As far as the torque for the sway bar link, that is 74 foot-pounds, and for the nuts on the strut, it's 72 foot-pounds or 149 if it was built before like 2018, something like that. This is the info I got. So here you can see if it was built before January 12, 2018, it's 149 foot-pounds. After that, it's 72 foot-pounds. All right. Now, personally, for me, it felt like 72 foot-pounds was a little low, so I just kind of tightened it as hard as I could with my own ratchet. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Just, that's the information I got. And then the torque for the top nuts are 17 foot-pounds. Okay, so there's super low torque. I personally didn't even torque them because I even had a little ratchet wrench, and it's pretty hard to get to that back bolt on the driver's side. But yeah, that's about it. This is what the top of the struts look like. They're super rusty, super corroded. Even you can see in the middle of that nut, I think the nut itself was falling apart, and maybe that is what was causing the noise. Maybe the strut mount wasn't completely tightened down to the strut anymore, and it's a pretty bad design because if you look through the wiper cowl, you can see that there's water that can pool inside of the strut mounts. As you can see, this other one here is very wet. It was raining, and yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I could try to help you out.